to drop something in the donation bucket. Animation will come up live. We'll know what's going to happen. Looks like we got some stuff going on outside of this. Let's go ahead and get rid of Jess while we're at it.
Get out of here, Jess.
Right.
You had your fun.
All right, there's Solidus hopping in. We've got some matches that can happen off stream. Titan Killer will be taking on J2 Toxic and Losers. Ooh, anyone can cook saying this is an easy one for Solidus. And it's funny because anyone can cook does not know. Michael Trust, thank you so much for the subscription, man. Really appreciate that. I don't think anyone has ever seen, I don't think anyone can cook has ever seen Xeno play before. He was one of our initial commentators. Once again, helped us a lot with our PR and developing the system of points around that. And then also more notably, he and his girlfriend used to play in tournaments together, which I always used to say I would never, well, that's one opponent I would never want to see in the bracket, especially if we lived together.
That would be an angry night for sure.
Yes.
Funny enough, going back to Xeno, I've only ever seen him play because I played him in bracket once here. That's the so I have stuff to say about him because like I know how he plays Ganon, but it's been a while since I've never seen him. I have to see him once, so it's pretty fun to see Ganondorf in bracket. And this character, while maybe not regarded as anywhere near crazy character, like, don't let that fool you. Any character in this game can beat any person, and that all just depends on the player. And Xeno is one of those players that is proof of that. He's played at the levels of Luxray and others who participate at the higher end of these brackets. And man, unfortunate for Xeno, the non-Beerverse
and there's the homie stock.
That's respect right there. And I think that's just sometimes, man, I've actually been given homie stocks in bracket before, and I all that goes through my head after somebody does that is, man, I cannot lose this now. Because now I've got an even game, and it's always pretty funny because like you never know like what could happen when somebody decides homie stock, whether they're now like that confident or if it's just out of sheer like respect for the other player. And sometimes like you're just a G for doing that, man. Like that's such a, you don't have to do it thing, but if you do, you're definitely going to be liked for a while. But we see one thing about Ganondorf that you're definitely going to be watching out for and kind of like anticipating when you're playing or watching one right now is that Ganondorf is a lot about reads and instilling like intimidation. We saw there, seeing that he Xeno knew the timing for the down B on shield, he released it early, took a bit of knockback from the star, and then let his up smash rip, which at that percent for Yoshi definitely was going to kill the character. And keep in mind also that Ganondorf, one of his best moves is that Nair aerial where he kicks. It's just so quick. It's a great out of shield option. It's a great combo starter. It's a great combo continuer. You can keep combos going with up air as well. And fair is also one of those moves that you just throw out just to see if people are lacking. If they decide to hold in and just run into it, like that's their problem, man. And at this percent, Ganondorf is one of those characters where you really just, if you do not like him on stage, that's because that's where he's best at. He does not thrive in the air. If you do not like him on stage, or a Meta Knight or some crazy character that can fly all around, he is just one of those characters that really suffers from being edge guarded. And that's just because, man, like, he's just one of those characters that has no hitbox on his FB. He has a command grab, but let's see if Solidus can get that edge guard right here.
Michael Trust asking me if I'm still destroying people like I did in college. And I only really remember destroying people in things like Mad. I don't know if we really played a whole lot else beyond that. But once again, thanks for the sub. Just as Xeno takes the game 1 win here.
Yeah, and honestly, that was just kind of, I was waiting for it. And something that Xeno is so great at is getting those reads I kind of talked about earlier in this game. And Solidus here, we see him kind of sticking around this 111 stop, like percent almost the entire game. And right here, thought Xeno was gone, gets back on stage, mashes out real well. And right about here is where Solidus got a bit too comfortable, tried to go in with his own fair, and with Ganondorf, you just have to well time your like moves. Like you have to be very patient, because you have to know when you're playing Ganon, you're playing a character that's very volatile. At any point, if somebody decides, you know what, I'm just gonna hit you until you're very far off stage, that's your stock, man. Like you're just gone. It doesn't matter the percent. The Pikachu Ganondorf matchup literally lasts 40 seconds. Because if Pikachu gets one back air on you the entire time, you lose. That's the stock. Like, that's how volatile Ganon is. And, like, that goes for almost any character with any sort of, like, aerial. Like, unless you're Little Mac, you can just beat Ganondorf. But at the same time, like, Ganon, when played well, is all about, like, getting people off of you, playing a bit of defense, letting people approach since you don't have the nicest run speed, using down B as a movement as well as a damage tool. And also just making sure that you get the hits that matter, and like that back air we saw, like the fairs and the smash attacks that we've kind of seen take stocks for Xeno. And Xeno's always been good at that. So let's see. I'm sure there's gonna be a stage switch, just from the amount of time this has been taking. Color switch. I think that Solidus was no longer the red Yoshi, switched to that blue Yoshi. But also looking like we're seeing in the channel points, 100% of the votes right now going towards Solidus. And we're seeing the switch to small battlefield. Maybe what Solidus needed. I know we were just on regular battlefield, and so there is a bit of difference between the platform layout versus this and regular battlefield. And we're seeing right away a difference in mentality with Solidus getting real aggressive, getting real up in Xeno's face. And I think that this is kind of what you need to see if you're Yoshi. Is the adjustments he needs to make is really juggle Ganon. He's in still a big character, and really edgeguard him, and we're not seeing that yet from Solidus. So I think that in order for him to really make sure that he gets this win, he's got to start doing that. Because forward, and already there it is, the F smash, man, trying to get something early. There's the fair, just tacking on damage over and over with that fair. And we're seeing now Yoshi trying to continue this dominance that the first stock kind of had. Let's see, F tilt into Nair. Doesn't keep it going, does the F tilt, the up tilt instead. Goes for a double fair. Nice down B. Kind of continues this combo, almost hits the egg, goes for the spike as well. Ganon gets back on stage, and I think that one thing that Solidus, he kind of did this with Mario for a long time, was always kind of auto to that forward aerial since it got the spike. And Yoshi is similar with having like a really strong spike, as well as like just a regular good forward aerial that can either spike or just kill. But I think that right now, we're seeing Xeno really take advantage of certain aspects of Ganon, where his ledge animation as well has very little hurt box near the top of the ledge. And really nice stuff there, getting that fair, finally taking the first stock for Xeno. And I'd say, honestly, if he's able to kind of really quickly get some hard damage onto Yoshi, he can get back into this game. And at the same time, if Solidus isn't going to edgeguard him much, it's going to really prolong the length of this game and give Xeno 4 more chances. But unfortunately, that's it. Xeno's just gone. One accidental air dodge was all it took to kind of throw away that chance he had. And while that, you could say, yeah, all characters, when they air dodge low off stage, die. There's definitely a lot, but let's see what type of air dodge he did. I think it was just a neutral air dodge, which, for record, it has a lot less landing lag. So for him, he, like, if you're any other character, pretty much, like, besides maybe Little Mac and a couple others, okay, he did do a directional air dodge, but even then, Ganon just off-stage, man, not his strong suit.
Well, that's funny because, once again, shouts out to our new follower, Susuki. Thank you so much for the follow. Orange Autumn, thank you for the follow as well. Near Michael Trust. I did have some pretty good luck in Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter as well, man. And then at the height of Halo console play, Yeah, we did. We tried to hook up a LAN, man, but there was a lot of people who were really scared of being like, "Oh man, I don't know if I want to play people like that." So it was pretty funny, man. But no, man, good times back at Lemoyne, man. Honestly, on dorms up there at Saxon, man, it was a lot of fun. We are getting ready to go into game number 3 now after we've got our brand new followers and of course Michael Truss hopping in with the subscription. Appreciate you, broski, on that one. Guys, channel points are up. Please make sure you hit your predictions. And these guys are going to get ready to hop right back in just a second, but we'll come back after this match, take a look at the bracket and where we've kind of had some developments. Looks like Solidus is banning Northern Cave and Smashville, and we'll see kind of what gets ready to come up next.
Funny enough, I just noticed this. I was looking at the channel points betting. Solidus actually voted for Xeno to win.
Well, that's called collusion. You're actually not supposed to be able to bet on yourself, and that's why Pete Rose is not in the Baseball Hall of Fame right now. If you bet on baseball while you're actively playing baseball. Ooh, Luxray NYC letting everybody know. I'm aiming to win today because he will not be in the next 2 tournaments. This is going to be really interesting. I wanted it even. No, man, you cannot bet on or against yourself. That is always bad form. People will say it led to collusion. Oh, you coming to Chicago, Luxray? Oh, man, you got to let me know, man, especially if you're traveling now. I'm fully vaccinated, so I'm not really worried about things like that. And then I know you guys been kicking it in New York lately, so scared of everybody else, but always happy to help a friend. All right, let's hop into the full game.
All right, so it looks like we're on a small battlefield again, man. And I don't know. I think that this, like, Ganondorf is weird because I think that as soon as Xeno starts getting those reads in, like, he's able to kind of get back into this. But Solidus really putting on the pressure of that. We're seeing another air dodge. And there it is, the edge guard. Nice from Solidus, really showing that he just wants this game over with. He doesn't want to have to deal with any more shenanigans, doesn't want to worry about Ganondorf, but the F smash, man, gotta be careful.
Hey, there's Tanisha, one of our good friends, and she's just subscribed at tier number 1. Thank you so much, Tanisha. We really miss you in the tournament scene. She's here to support her guy, Xeno, right now.
Yeah, and Xeno, just getting the edge guard, man. This Yoshi, man, really dealing some damage. Let's see what Xeno can do. Gets the F-tilt, clinks, another F-tilt. Nice on Xeno's part. Nice back air from Xeno. Going through that stage, getting the taunt off, too. Triforce of Power, man. Let's see what he can do. Gets the jab block. Doesn't get the finisher, gets the fair instead. Really nice mix-up on Solidus's end. Kind of making everybody think he was going to go for that F-smash, and instead switching. And we're seeing all these taunts come out. All the respect, if you will, both ways. And now we're seeing some really nice strings coming out from Solidus. Let's see. Xeno needs to get in here. Needs to get some damage. Going for the side B. Goes for the side B again, man. Really looking for it. Gets the jab. Kind of push Solidus off of him. Gets the grab. Nice. Goes for up air. Doesn't connect. Keeping Solidus off of him, man. I think the one thing that, had he gotten that F smash, it would have been crazy. But the egg, kind of as insurance, Solidus was so smart to throw that out. Gets the tech on the side B as Xeno goes for the dash tech on top of it. Smart on Xeno, knowing that he should just move away from that side B. Definitely do not want to deal with it. That time, unfortunately, gets hit by it once. But you gotta be careful of your Xeno now. You're at 115%, and Yoshi definitely has ways of killing you here. And as I say that, yep, Solidus with that really nice up smash on platform.
Hey Cub, thank you so much for the follow. Let's catch the instant replay right behind that.
This was just, I think, a really hard battle for Xeno. We saw just both times, man. Anytime Solidus got that F-tilt on Xeno, he was just in a whole lot of trouble. And there, something Solidus has really perfected these past couple tournaments leading up to this one was just that up smash confirm. And for Yoshi, man, that's bread and butters. It looks crazy, it looks strong, but that's something that the more you see it, the more it's just, oh, that's normal, man. And Solidus showing that he's normally getting it, so you just gotta be aware of it. And for Xeno, he definitely had a good performance. I think that if his losers run's good enough, we'll definitely be seeing him back here. So really great match, and I'm excited to see Luxray play next.
Yep, Luxray is getting ready to go after Just Doki. Let's go ahead and take a look at how the bracket is developing. All right, so guys, we are getting ready to watch Luxray NYC take on Just Doki after Luxray taking a win over Sherbert 2-1 in winners round number 2. On the other half of the bracket, you guys just got done watching Solidus Hedgehog versus Xeno. BW Styles is going to face off on Solidus Hedgehog in losers round number 3. Winners round number 3. And right now, waiting in losers round